Let's just talk about these two teams here because we're in the final week of the season. The Friars are 85-71. The Padres, though, have gone 11-15 in the last month. They're not hitting on all cylinders. As we sit here on this Monday bonus podcast, the Padres are in second spot in the wild card race. With 6 games left, they're only 3 back of the Dodgers. Is it really possible the Padres could chase down Dodger Blue? I don't think so, but I guess anything could happen. However, they're 3 games back of the Cubs for the top wild card spot. Is that possible? I think that has potential. Cubs are battered. Cubs don't have Kyle Tucker. Cubs are really ailing. Cubs pitching staff is running on fumes. Cubs have lost 4 in a row. I think there's an even-Steven chance the Padres, if they can roar through the final 6 games, might catch the Chicago Cubs and get the top wild card spot, which is hugely important as it relates to getting home games in the wild card round.
Yeah, for sure.
So keep that in mind. Now, we'll spin back to talk about the big issues. Do the Padres have enough quality starting pitching to go deep into October? We know Nick Pivetta deserves the first start. I don't know who deserves the second start. Is it Cease? Is it Michael King? Is it going to be somebody else? Because there's really nobody else out there that you can trust. So let's talk Padre baseball. And by the way, since August 1st, their superstar Manny Machado is hitting .209. He looks lost. Doesn't seem to be the same player. I don't know if it's the pressure's gotten to him, but boy, this is not a good situation going deep into October. So the Padres have 2 questions. Who do you trust beyond starter number 1? And is Manny Machado going to come back? Or is this what we're going to get the rest of the season? So that's all things Padre baseball. Let's talk Dodgers. First place Dodgers. Dodgers just completed the home schedule, drew 4 million fans, averaged over 49,000 per game. That's pretty impressive. Dodgers are 88-68. Big question. Can they just get by hitting home runs? Because the rest of the team's lineup not producing with any consistency. The second question, which has loomed out there since the All-Star break, there's nobody in the bullpen that I really want to bring into a game that I'm going to have to bring into a game unless they're going to extend all their starters and squeeze as many pitches and innings as they can. This bullpen has now blown 26 saves, and this bullpen collectively has 32 losses on their resume. So the Dodgers, as good as they are in first place, will probably get a bye, and that is hugely important for them in the first round of postseason play. Speaking of Dodger Blue, Clayton Kershaw. What an enormous outpouring of fan support and emotion in his final regular season start on Friday night. The Dodger players stood in the dugout. As the anthem was finished, Dodger players come up to the top steps, take off to run on the field, as they normally do, and they stop. And they let Kershaw go to the mound. He wasn't paying attention. All the other Dodger players stood on the edge of the dugout and let Kershaw go to the mound by himself and stand there for over a minute.
That's cool.
For all the accolades of the
it's well-deserved.
49,000 fans, they were cool. And he pitched well. And then Kershaw goes pulled in the 5th inning. He left it on the mound. They went and got him. He came off 4-minute standing ovation. Curtain call. The Dodgers fans would not let him stay in the dugout. And the players came out, conga line of players hugging him. It was really impressive. His post-game press conference, John, I've been to a zillion press conferences, some great, some bad, some retirement, some happy, some sad. His press conference, he saluted God, saluted his wife, saluted his teammates. He saluted the legacy of Dodger baseball. There were cheers. All the players stood in the back during the press conference. There were tears. He talked about faith. He talked about grunge rock bands too. I mean, it was really, really a funny press conference. It was really cool. We get through the weekend, and here we are on Monday, and the Dodgers are trying to make roster decisions. The Dodgers have given up on Michael Kopech. He can't throw strikes. He's been placed on the DL again. He's had 3 different injuries. The Dodgers should give up on Blake Trinan. He's got a 5.35 ERA. He's 1-5 in his last 7 outings. He's just been horrid. They are recalling Brock Stewart. He had 2 shutout appearances at Oklahoma City, but when he was up here, he got lit. And I think by midweek, they're going to bring Roki Sasaki up. Sasaki's had 3 straight 1-inning outings, has yet to allow a hit, 3 innings, 5 strikeouts of the 9 batters that he's retired, and he's been clocked at anywhere from 98 to 100. Now, that's a bit of a gamble. Once we get to postseason play, you're going to ask Sasaki, who's never done this, to come out of the pen in the playoffs and throw heat, but they are so desperate for anybody. And get this, Brusdar Graterol could be brought up by the end of the week. Now, he's been sidelined with shoulder issues, etc., all year, but he's thrown. So he might be coming back too. So I wouldn't dare say cavalry is about to arrive because some of these guys you can't trust. And Sasaki is so young. So this is fascinating. Okay, so John, let's talk Padre baseball. Stand up and then sit down and let's talk Dodger baseball with all these different angles.
Okay, you raised a lot of points. I'm just taking notes over here. So you're right. There are a lot of question marks after Pivetta. If you go into the postseason, but you're only going to really need 3 guys in that initial series, right?
But you need 3 who are going to get you beyond the 3rd and 4th inning.
Well, clearly, you obviously need that. And Pivetta is clearly the number 1. Now, Michael King looked a heck of a lot better.
Yes.
Okay. And his Sunday outing, that release point, that movement of the ball, the way it kind of whips around and sinews its way into the strike zone, that was looking good. But I still think you got to go with Darvish, the experience, number 2, and hopefully that all goes well. And I think you're probably going to have to use King as 3 because you're hella not going to go with Dylan Cease, who's been like, a gas can, blowing up. And, Vasquez is a little bit too nerve-wracking at times, although the end result has been good with him.
Can they chase down the Dodgers for first place? Or am I sales pitching the fans here something that's not true? Is it more realistic they can chase down a staggering Cubs team?
Well, mathematically, it's possible. Realistically, it's not really possible at all because the Padres have to play 2 playoff teams. They have to play the Brewers and the Mariners. That's not going to be easy. The Cubs, they're slipping and sliding. You said that
Brewers in Arizona.
Oh, what did I say? No, Mariners. Oh, who's playing the Mariners is the Dodgers are playing the Mariners. Okay, I was getting those confused. But still, I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, if you could imagine, dream scenario, you win 5 or 6 of the final games, and LA kind of sputters, maybe, goes 2-4 for the remainder. And then, you could sneak in, but it's very unlikely. I just got to get comfortable that we're going to probably go on the road in Chicago. I'm sure Cubs fans are going to want some revenge for 1984. There'll be some of that. But, the other comments on the Padres, Manny's coming around. He had that big grand slam over the weekend. That looked good.
One swing, pal.
But still, I mean, he's coming around here. Tatis is heating up. He's starting to hit some bombs.
So is Jackson Merrill.
And Jackson Merrill's been looking really good, and then Cronenworth is steady Eddie there. So, I mean, the Padres are going to settle in as that number 5. If they can get into the 4 or the 3, that'd be wonderful. They can host a game. But I'm not counting on it.
Okay. That's my co-host talking from his heart rather than his head sometimes.
I'm just being realistic.
Okay. Let's be realistic about the Dodgers. I gave you a lot of angles, a lot of storylines there. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, they're not going to get a bye, okay, because you got to be in the 1st or 2nd slot. I mean, how many games behind the Phillies and Brewers are they? I don't know if that's realistic. So the question is, are they going to be the 3 or the 4? Either way, they host a game, host the games for the first round. So I think LA's just figuring, let's just get another like NL West flag, and it's probably going to work out that way. What about the game yesterday? Yesterday I'm watching Padres, I'm watching NFL, but I'm just on my computer. I'm looking and on my phone, I'm looking at the Giants-Dodgers game, and I saw that it was a 3-1 result. And I went back and looked at the box score. Sheehan went 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, He only gave up a few hits. It was either 1 or 2 hits.
Gave the ball to Blake Trinan and his can of gasoline.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, oh, this is fabulous. I mean, Giants fans are probably like giddy about that, like poking the Dodgers. But, they've got a problem they've got to address there. But I think when they assemble that playoff roster, there's going to be a lot of other guys that you think of as starters, like Sheehan as an example, that'll probably be in the bullpen. Sasaki, I still think, is the Dodgers' secret weapon. I think it's like the Manhattan Project that they're cooking up in the laboratory, and they're going to roll it out in the playoffs. I can see that happening. And by the way, I thought I saw Gratterall was out for the year. That he wasn't going to be coming back. So I don't know. That guy, he's bruised all Gratterall. He's always doing this shtick. I'd rather not see him on television.
And what's your reaction to all things Kershaw and the way he was treated, accepted, and beloved in his final regular season game?
Well, like my take on Kershaw is always the guy that I would love to hate, but I can't hate. There's no reason to hate him. He's so good. He's a good guy, and he's represented his franchise, so he deserves all the accolades. But there are still people in the media that are slamming Kershaw because the postseason performance has been very subpar.
And I've been slamming some of the guys in the media who are slamming Kershaw.
Yeah, but why would you slam him for anything in the regular season? I mean, he's got multiple Cy Youngs, right?
222 and 96 in his career.
Yeah, I mean, he's hella good.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
I'm shocked that he's still as good as he is at this age.
Yeah. Hey, one sidebar note. Will Smith, disabled list, fracture of the hand. It's not healed. They've found a small chip fracture. I don't think he's going to be ready for postseason play. They're going with 2 kids, Dalton Rushing and a third stringer. One's hitting 196, the other's hitting 156.
Sid from Toy Story on the injured list. But was Rushing. He had some good at-bats against the Padres. So, he's no slouch, even though he's a kid. And then, but the other catchers, I remember they always had, what was the one catcher they always had there forever as the backup?
Austin Barnes,
but he's gone now, right? So, all right. Well, I mean, Will Smith is a huge bat in that lineup.
Exactly. And it looks as if he's going to miss the first round of whenever they play. Okay. That's the leadoff story. Padre fans, you concerned about the makeup of your team? Dodger fans, we've put a lot of items on the bulletin board. Want you to join us in the fans forum chat box. We're not done talking baseball.